we are just begging. If you think about it, parang we're begging na, can you possibly lend us? Sasabihin sa'yo, oh, you have to pay this pay this credit card kasi your credit score is too low. You have to come up with this down payment. Tama ba? We're being scrutinized to the max para tayo magkaroon ng mortgage loan to buy our house. That is the normal process. Pag building ang binibili mo, it's a different story. Lenders, parang nanliligaw siya sa'yo. Like, can you send us deals when you get this property? Just send it to us. Or, let's talk about this. Can we do the underwriting for you? Ang sarap. Ang sarap ng feeling. So, all of you are gonna experience that. Okay, so we're gonna dive again. But this time, magiging very interactive tayo. What we are discussing is, paano ba, where are we starting? One of the ways to get started or be prepared kasi, di ba, is to at least alam mo where you are on your financial side. Majority of investors, we use other OPM. Okay, that's the smart way of doing it. Meron kang money set aside, but OPM is one of the facility na pwede nating i-explore. So kung meron kang financial advisor o meron kang mortgage specialist that you can ask in preparation, isa yun sa magandang i-explore natin while we are looking and finding the property. So yun yung purpose actually for today's session. But unfortunately, he is not around. One of the good news that I heard from him was interest rate is on the declining side. Hindi siya kasing aggressive as before, nung time na pinagdaanan natin. But it's gonna be slowing down. One good thing is any one of you who has a house na magkakaroon ng renewal this year, next year, meron kayong better rate. Okay? On the flip side, if you are buying a property in the Winnipeg market, marami na naman ulit competitors na bidding wars is always present. Iyon yung flip side, no? So there is always that good side and the other not so good side. But once na may alam mo na yung numbers and you have the idea, we'll go to the direction of multifamily investing. Last week, after our session, ang ganda ng binrought out ni Mrs. Ellen. Maybe some of you had noticed that too. Yung tukol sa Equiton, very aggressive sila sa kanilang advertisements about if you wanna own a piece of a property, then join them, something like that. It was brought out after the session, di ba, Sis Ellen? Equiton was one of it. About probably few months, 4 months, na-acquired na namin may offer na kami sa Jefferson during that time, and I saw this ads sa Facebook about Equiton, and then I happened to get some communication with them. So I inquired, and then nag-set kami ng schedule, and then I explored ano ba yung mga ino-offer nilang properties in or opportunities sa mga investors. So they have 3 kinds. They have funds going to new builds. Majority of them, according to them, majority of their investments are in Toronto. So Canadian-based, which is good. At least alam natin itong mga companies na to out there. So we're not only knowing itong pinag-usapan natin. It's good to compare too, di ba? So they have funds being invested into new developments. Meron silang funds sa mga multifamily investments. And then, so meron silang, may pangatlo pa, which is, what is the other one? There are 3 actually. But it's more of, tawag nito, depende sa anong klaseng investor ka. So similarly, di ba sa bangko, when you are asking about some kind of investment, especially yung mga mutual funds, they're gonna ask you, anong gusto mo? How would you consider yourself as an investor? Are you a moderate risk investor, or you're parang high, okay lang sa akin kung it's a high risk category of investment? So it depends. So ganun din sila sa Equiton. And I believe they're more of a REITs. I'm not sure kung alam niyo yung real estate investment trust. So these are isang aspect din ng investment where your money is being invested into real estate, but it's more likely being parang ang dynamics niya is parang stocks. Okay, if you are well aware sa mga ganong klaseng portfolio. I'm not much, hindi ko masyadong kabisado ang REITs, but that's how it's the overall ng REITs. So it's different dun sa ginagawa natin na exploration into multifamily, where we are looking for opportunities to own an apartment building na isi-syndicate natin. So early today, before I share my screen, earlier today, we had a meeting with one of the business account manager ng Assiniboine Credit Union. So Assiniboine Credit Union is on the merging right now. Tatlong credit unions. So Assiniboine Credit Union, the biggest one, I think they're gonna carry the name. The second one is Westoba Credit Union, and then Case. Ang Case is parang French, so they have a merger that was January. Noong January lang sila nag-merge, and there's a lot of moving pieces now right now. But she was one of my business account manager when I was starting my real estate investment sa offices. Dun sa dalawa kong buildings, siya yung nag-help out sa akin nun. And one of the good things na diniscuss niya sa amin kanina is yung ganitong klaseng portfolio that we are discussing about. These are the portfolios that you can really hold on. So it's really a legacy, something to pass on. And if you're gonna think about it, you've started, pag nagsimula ka dito, you keep moving on, exploring and adding. This is not something na ginawa mo ngayon and then ibebenta mo. No. This is something that you will gonna buy and hold, let it grow, and then use the multiplier, yung pinag-usapan natin, the multiplier effect. When the rents goes up, buy another one. So, and she specifically mentioned that very good portfolio for retirement. And I was like, that's where we are going. Right? That's where we are going. So, yun yung ano niya. And napag-usapan namin how is it dito sa Winnipeg, where parang majority of the multifamily investors dito, like people who own this kind of facilities, they just pass it on to their generations. So yung may-ari nakausap niya ngayon, it came from their dad, their parents. So that's that. And I was like, hopefully some days, kahit we're not around, our kids are gonna say, oh, I got this from our parents. Ang sarap, or from my uncle, from ganito. And we just nourish it. Pinagbutihan namin yung pag-grow nitong asset na to. But again, as an opportunity comes up, may mga pagkakataon na may mga owners that they would really let go one of their the properties that they own for many reasons. So one of the discussions that we had before, bakit nagbebenta? Paano tayo makakakita ng property that kumikita naman? Bakit ilalet go ng mga may-ari, di ba? Yun yung mga questions dun eh. So one of the reason is pagka dumating yung ganitong renewal and they had some issues on interest rates, they're gonna let it go. Right now, so 2025 tayo, 2026, magkaiba ang Canada and US market. Sa US, right now, napakadaming properties on sale. That's the big difference ng US market at Canadian market ngayon. We can see some of the properties for sale sa big cities. I'll show you mamaya when I share with you. I think Brian is exploring this too, like sa LoopNet, Brian, na marami kang makikita ngayon na properties, multifamilies for sale sa big cities. But we'll explore it together. Dito sa Winnipeg, only few, and we are looking to explore other markets, but in our area, meron tayong makikita dito, majority na makikita mo lang dito is mga fourplex, triplex, duplexes. Merong mga building in the downtown, yung mga heritage building natin, only few in the downtown area. But napaka-meticuloso ko kasi sa downtown. So we'll check it out mamaya pagka tinignan ko yung access ko sa real estate so you can see. But this is how it is. I'll share you my screen. You can check it too. One of the sites, although this site is somehow, hindi siya yung talaga site where properties are getting into the market na parang kapareho ng realtor.ca or yung mga commercial websites ng mga CBRE, what's this, Capital, Colliers, International. So it's not. It's loopnet.ca. Ito yung isa sa pwede nyong pagpraktisan. Okay? Just for practice. So, pagpraktisan natin ito. Can you see my screen? This is actually the whole Canada. So my filter is for sale and multifamily. All the multifamily. And it's all the provinces. So if you're gonna search Manitoba, okay, and then you go, okay, let's minimize this one. And you go search. Kita nyo, yan lang ang makikita nyo. There are only 3 results. There is 28 units apartment building sa downtown, 1.8 million. There is 21 units in Oak. Dito yun sa Oakbank, Manitoba. So outside Winnipeg. And in Winnipeg again, 13 units, number 42 Lansdowne. So it's on the other side of Portage. So just an example, kung titingnan nyo tong units na to, let's try this one. But just for you to have an idea on how to explore. So you're gonna see, look, siya yung listing agent nito. Majority of the time, if you were gonna talk to Luke, sometimes itong opportunity na to is not really, well, I never talked to Luke about it. Just nag-ano lang tayo, nag-explore lang tayo ng opportunity dito. So this is, makikita niyo sa attachment, marketing brochure. If you check that one, it will give you this. Can you still see? Makikita niyo yung 404 Coapel Avenue. So, you see this. Ang tawag dito. Ito yung overview ng property. But nothing is mentioned about, look at the asking price, 2 million. Magkano yung kanina sinasabi niya? 1.895. So they already reduced the price. So question here is 28 units, wala siyang binigay na amount of rent. Can you see? Wala, right? So I just highlighted the property, land area, building area, total residence, renovation in 2004. This property has been listed for a long time. I believe it's been about more than a year na, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Sa ibang mga cities, if we are not talking about Winnipeg, if let's say this is downtown New York, napakamahal ng property na to. But because we are in Winnipeg, it's the reverse, di ba? So, wala siyang sinasabi ditong information. Majority of the time when you explore LoopNet, marami kayong makikitang ganitong klaseng style ng proforma or presentation ng listing. So what you're gonna do when you come across this is, okay, let's go back. When you come across this kind of listing information, you have to search number 1, anong market rent doon sa location. So downtown Winnipeg, mas cheaper ang rent in the downtown area, correct? And what kind of tenants are you expecting pagka nandun yung location mo? So, and one of the reasons why I really don't want to be in the downtown is maybe you can cash flow, but I'm not really sure about the tenants. What kind of tenants can we get from the downtown, our downtown. So, yun yung ating pinag-aaralang mabuti. Are we really into just buying the property and then getting a cash flow out of it? Or doing the other side where you're very careful about the location of the property, and then it gives you cash flow and yung appreciation, kasi yun ang nawawala. Ito sa atin sa Winnipeg, if you really wanna be very, very careful, possible ka magka-cash flow but the appreciation is not there. So, yun naman yung somehow local tayo dito. Alam natin na may ganong klaseng possibility. If we are investing in some other places where we don't really know what is the market rent, anong klaseng location yung property na yun, we have no clue. Diba? So, that's one thing. That's why ang real estate is you think global but you're acting local. Okay, you get information from people na very successful doing it in the global market and then adapt it sa local. So, now that we're learning this and we know we can't do it alone, pag meron tayong nakitang opportunity that you think, oops, pag in-underwrite natin, possible pala tayong kumita doon. Ang ganda ng location, let's vote in. Yun yung pwede nating magawa. Na previously, I was taught hindi possible. Pero ngayon, it's really a possibility. One of the words na natandaan ko kanina with the business account manager was, it's a syndication. Meron silang ganong klaseng financing pagdating sa mga properties that's being syndicated. Naranasan natin yun sa Jefferson. Alright? So, that's one. So, if you were gonna look at your underwriting calculator, kung titingnan natin to, so first, anong dapat natin gawin? We have to go check ano ba yung market rent. This is how you're gonna do it. Market rent in downtown Winnipeg. So, you'll see, itong Carlton, Edmonton, ito ay properties, yung proximity niya to Wapel is really close. So, downtown Winnipeg apartments, we'll see. Well, we do have pwede kasi tayong tumingin dito. Actually, alam nyo, the other day lang kausap ko yung isang agent and he is listing one of the properties outside Winnipeg. It's an 8-unit apartment building. Sabi ko, sayang sana naging 80 para na pagtulong-tulungan natin. Pero dahil 8 units lang siya, nagulat lang siya kasi it's a very small unit ng 1 bedroom pero napakataas ng rent. And that's outside Winnipeg. So look at this. Kung titingnan nyo, just by browsing these few units, one bedroom, 1.9, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. So by just browsing it, Princess, this is Main Street, you will have a clue kung magkano yung mga rent dito sa area nito. Diba? Yung street, 1 to 900, 1,000, 1,059, 2,149. That's Wolseley. That is on the other side of Portage. My 700 is a studio, 1128. Okay, if we go back, sabihin natin, let's go back to this. We have 28 total residential suites. Does it mention kung how many bedrooms? Ayun. Sabi doon, 7 bachelor, 13 1-bedroom, 2 2-bedrooms, and 3 3-bedroom. Did you see that? Suite. This part. So let's say, mas marami ang 1-bedroom. So let's say, let's use yung 1-bedroom. Ang 1-bedroom dito sa nakita natin sa market is 1 bed, 1128. Sa Balmoral, we had sa may Broadway, 1,069. So, kuhanin natin yung pinaka-cheap. Kano yung pinaka-cheap dito? Kasi parang 700. Ito, let's use the 784 or let's use the 800. Okay? Kasi may 3 bedrooms to may 2 bedrooms. Although may bachelor din. So let's just go with the average. Okay? Punta tayo sa ating underwriting calculator. So if you have it handy, let's go. So 10x calculator. Punta tayo dito. Ilang units? 28. Gagamitin natin is $800. Wala siya, huwag na natin lagyan ng other income. 0. Nakikita niyo ba pa yung screen po ng underwriting? Yeah. So dahil downtown to, we're not expecting a higher occupancy. Okay, let's just go 86.5% occupancy. Talagang minarder ang amount. So 40% expenses. Let's see, let's make it 45. Downtown area. Anong cap rate natin? Did it say here? Kung anong cap rate? I don't think it was mentioned. Wala. No, there was no mention of the cap rate. It only says property allows a significant upside NOI growth by increasing the rental rates. Okay. So, nasa na tayo dito? If the cap rate is 8%, magkano lang yung presyo ng property? 1.3. 1.3. Magkano yung asking price nila?
1.8.
1.8, right? 1.89. So almost 1.9. Kung tataasan natin ang occupancy to 85%, just giving them the benefit of the doubt, is still nasa 1.5 lang tayo.
Kasi di ba sis corporate 8, takbuhan na dapat.
Yeah.
Tatakbo na tayo.
Tatakbo na tayo dito. So, yan yung tinitingnan natin na tawag nito na numbers pagdating sa underwriting. See, every one of you is now aware of these things. Na kahit sabihin na natin na magka-cash flow tayo, or are we really sure na magka-cash flow tayo dito? I don't think so. Diba? Because the asking price, kung titingnan mo, 28 units, parang ang mura, 1.8. Yes, it's significantly low. Lumalabas nga na ang presyo lang niya is how much per unit? Parang 60 plus? 69,000 per unit? Tama ba ako? 67,000. Here's the unit. And then, ito yung mga rules no? If you still remember your numbers. What is rule number 1? Never lose money in real estate.
Not lose.
Okay. And then rule number 2. Go to rule number 1. Okay. The simple analysis ng rent. Alam nyo yung 1% rule? We discussed that, right? Pasado ba to sa 1% rule? We discussed it. Panalo ba? How much is the rent? Yung computation natin. Iikot tayo. I want you to really be good at this. Kasi dito lang tayo iikot. So, how much is our rent per month? Yung kanina.
800.
Yeah. So, 800. 800 times 12 is, kailangan pa ba natin calculator doon? Is it 9600? 9600. Okay. Question. Pasado ba to sa 1% rule? Sinong may sabing pasado to? Taas ang kamay. 1% rule. Ako lang. Sino may sabing hindi pasado to sa 1% rule? O, teka muna. Mukhang kinakabahan ako sa inyo niyan
Ano po ulit yung 1% rule, Temel?
Ang one,
Sorry, maybe I was not here. Was not,
trivia yan, okay? So ang 1% rule is, um, if you are looking to invest in a property, kailangan yung 1% ng price is gonna be your rent. So, sa 67,679, ano ang 1% niya? Di ba 679? Kung ang rent natin is 800, pasado ba siya? Pasado. Pasado siya sa 1% rule. Pero dito pumapasok yung may cash flow, may possible siyang cash flow, but yung appreciation of value dahil sa location, pwedeng masacrifice, di ba? And ang occupancy, kahit sabihin mo na 1% will gonna apply to only 1 unit, kaso 28 units to, Ate Mel, paano kung ang basic vacancy nito is 50%? So lumalabas na yung 800 mo, hindi napapasok yun sa 1% rule kasi lumalabas every 2 units isa vacant kasi 50% occupancy. Did you get that? Nag-gets niyo yung logic na yon. So yung 1% rule, majority of the time, kapag ka single family home or duplex, pwede mo doon i-apply. On this multifamily, maraming factor ang kino-consider dito para ma-i-apply mo yung 1% rule. So, let's say single family para hindi kayo mahirapan. You bought the building or you bought the house, papaupahan mo, 200,000 yung presyo. What is 1% of 200,000? That's 2,000. Kung pinapaupahan mo siya ng 1,800, pasado ba sa 1% rule? Kung titingnan mo ang figure right away, hindi, no? Pero yung 1/8 times mo siya sa 12. So we're talking about a year now. That's 21,600. So tingin mo, papasok na siya sa 1% rule? Pwede. Diba? Kasi divide mo siya sa, yung 1% ng 200,000 is 2,000. So in a year time, may possibility siya na mag-work doon sa somehow 1%. Hindi pa rin siya malayo doon sa 1%. So papasok pa rin siya. That's why if you are tawag nito, an owner of a single family home and your advertisement na you're renting the house for $2,000 and then here comes your tenant, pwede kang mag-discount ng $200. Did you get it? Okay. You'll be here for I'm signing a lease for 1 year. Pwede mo siyang bigyan ng discount kasi meron kang margin na gano'n. So that's how it is sa mga single family duplexes. Pero sa mga multifamily, sometimes it doesn't apply. Punta tayo outside ng Manitoba. Let's go to Saskatchewan. Try lang natin, ha? Oh my goodness. Again, as I told you, ang LoopNet kasi is parang they are testing the water. Testing the water, or sometimes they cannot sell the property, they'll put it up sa LoopNet. Ganun ang ginagawa ng mga realtors dito. Okay. Instead of Saskatchewan, punta kaya tayo sa kasi ang Saskatchewan and Alberta, this is where many parang yung population are growing coming from the big cities, Ontario and BC. Wala tayo sa British Columbia. Let's search it. Ang dami, no? 149. 48 units, apartment building. Bayview, 416,000. Shush! Ang bawat isa. Look at the cap rate in Burnaby. What do you think? Ang mahal ng property nga. That's how it is here. Do you have any clue how much is the rent in this area? Burnaby. Well, napaka-common yun sa British Columbia. Yeah. Kaya one of the reason why ang population is going to Alberta, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba is because of the high cost of living in this area. So marami pa rin ang gusto sa BC because of the weather, but it's just the cost of living. So look at that. If you're gonna apply easily the 1% rule, ibig sabihin rent pa lang $4,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, but here, let's find out. Okay, let's find out kung ano yung nandito sa. Again, you can check it on your let's say if you wanna really explore, kaya nyo itong gawin by checking the website ng looknet.ca. It's a big facility with that. Ganda, di ba? Siyempre, 400,000 ang bawat isa. Pag hindi ba naman gumanda yan, ewan ko na lang. So always check the portfolio. So for sale, Bayview Apartments, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, 4 addresses, and so 48 units, sorry. Tingnan natin if they put in some information about rents. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Here, no. Okay, so another property na incomplete yung information. So anong kailangan natin gawin? Check the rent. Brian, ikaw nga mag-try mag-check ng rent. Tingnan mo nga kung mag-check mo in Burnaby. Ang ganda ng size ng kanyang property, 1,000 square feet per ano. Purpose into room, okay. Malalaking suites. Ayun, there you go. But no, there's no rent information. Did you find one, Brian?
Average daw po is 2,700. 1 bedroom is 2.1. 2 bedroom is 2.9.
Okay.
At 2.9 po, so 3 bedrooms, 3,400.
Ang nanditong bedrooms is isang yung 2 bedrooms at saka 3 bedrooms, Brian. So we'll use the average of the 2. Magkano yung 2 bedrooms?
2.9.
2,950.
2,950.
Tapos yung 3?
3,450.
3,450 plus 2,950 divided by 2. 3,2. So kuhanin natin yon. Punta tayo sa ating calculator. Okay, let's see. We have how many units? 48. Average rent, 3,200. No other income. Did they specify NOI, Brian, dito? Parang hindi. Did they specify NOI? Tingnan lang natin ha, if we can find it. No, assessed value ang nakalagay. See that? They didn't put the NOI. So talagang tayo ang pinagko-compute ng ng NOI. And ang alam lang natin is
Other income, meron po.
meron siya where is it?
6,183.
Nasaan siya?
Ay, nagpasa po kayo. Yung other income, yung ano po niya, laundry. Bababa po. Yan. Laundry.
There you go. Laundry. 6,183 income in 2024. Okay, lagay natin yun. 6,1.
Percentage.
6 ka. So, kung 3,200 tayo times 12 months. So, that's per unit times 48. 1.8 million, 1.843. So, ang 6,153 is just a little over, oh no. Ang liit naman, Brian.
Hindi po, kasi per month po ata yun. Yung 6,000, hindi po ba? Per year po ba?
Nakalagay income 2024 eh.
Ay,
Pinaka- Napakaliit, no?
6,1. Oo nga po.
Kaya ko compare mo siya sa actual income ng building, which is 1.8.
Ang baba lang talaga.
Napakaliit niya. It's not even point
Ay, baka less X.
So, wag na lang natin siyang isama.
Yeah.
Wag na lang natin siya isama. 0%. So, dahil nasa magandang lugar to, lalagay natin siya at 90, maybe 93% occupancy. Hindi pa rin natin kabisado ang Burnaby. So, let's put parang kapareho ng expense natin dito sa Winnipeg. And then, ang cap rate niya is 3%. Tama ba? Wow. Is this true? Bili na natin yun ng 20 million. So, see, 48 units. Hindi ba ako nagkamali dito? 48 units. We have 3,200 average rent. Ang income is, ang occupancy is 93%. And expenses is, sabihin kaya natin 45% ng expense. Dahil ang cap rate niya is 3%. Makita niyo ba yung cap rate niya?
8%.
Ayun no, makita niyo to. It's stated here, 20 million, 3% cap rate, 48 units. Nakita niyo to? If the numbers are right, parang on 48 units. Maybe the cap rate is not this. Majority of the cap rates ng big cities ng BC, like Vancouver, Richmond, and if it is a newer facility, ilang taon na tong building? Hindi ko napansin.
1963.
Oh, it's an older, hindi siya 3%. I don't believe that's 3%. Maybe maybe it's 5. See? When it's Class C asset, yun yung pinag-usapan. So again, learning to dito sa ating discussion. Class A asset, yun yung nasa 3%. Class B, between 4, 3.5, 4, 4.5. Pagka Class C asset, that's 4.5, 5, 5.5. Minsan 6. So those are categories ng asset categories. Pag sinabing Class A, ito yung newer built or new build na nasa magandang location. Kaya ang kanyang cap rate is mababa. So here, I think they're at 5%. Kasi kung 3%, it doesn't make sense. 31, dapat matagal nang nabenta tong property nito. If that's the case. And look at the assessment, di ba? At 5% cap rate, napakalapit natin sa assessed value. Did you see this? Di ba? Ang assessment niya is 17,988,000. Did you get yung idea how it is being computed pagdating sa underwriting an asset? So by using these numbers, makikita nyo, the more kayong maging familiar dito, the more kayong magkakaroon na confidence na, oh, tama yung ano. Especially if the informations are given. Yung meron siyang rent rate, hindi tayo maghahanap na market rent. Yung mismong rent nila ang naka-reflect doon sa portfolio or sa presentation nila. Then the more tayo magkakaroon na information or knowledge, tama sila. Or bakit masyado silang mababa or bakit sila masyadong mataas. Something like that. So that's one of the good things kapag pinapractice natin to. So again, LookNet is not the same as the Realtor.ca. Majority ng mga makikita yung properties in LookNet.ca. Sa US is LookNet.com. This is a practice property. Ito yung mga listings na sometimes hindi pa nalabas sa market and they're just testing the water. May kakalat ba dito sa presyo na to? Ilalagay nila yun dito. Ang sabi nga ni mentor is parang trash lang daw to. Hindi to yung totoo. But, ang maganda nito, meron kang makikitang mga agents na may hawak ng listing na to. And next session natin in exploring this, pag-aaralan natin yung few questions. Ano yung itatanong natin dito sa mga agents? I find it really exciting. I've been intimidated so many times pag nakikipag-usap ako sa mga agent. I was like trying to is this property still available? Blah, blah, blah. Where are it? I was like, nagtatanong ako tinatanong kong property nasa Vancouver. Parang ang feeling nila nang i-scam ako. So, it's just that kind of feeling. But the more you explore and the more na nakikipag-usap ka, minsan may mga agents na andaling mag-connect. Minsan naman, hindi. Ikikritik ka talaga. So those kind of feelings, kapag alam mo kung ano yung sasabihin mo sa agent, those are really exciting experience. Bakit ba, no? Parang, who are you? Who are you to buy 20 million property? Parang, hello, are you in your mind? But you will gonna discover some agents na very, very, tawag nito, they're on it. They really want to sell. They'll give you many information, but there are many agents too that will gonna withhold information from you. They're gonna, muna, parang titingnan ka muna, sino ba to? So, that's that kind of, experience na nararanasan ko lately when I was talking to some of the agents. But yeah, it's good to know the questions. Ano ba yung sasabihin mo? Especially pagka hindi ka if you're not from that city and then you're asking about information that property. So very exciting. But we'll learn from it a lot. So ang bilis naman ng oras, 7 o'clock na agad. It's 7 o'clock. Oh my goodness. It's I want to share with you 4 things. Where is it? 4 things before we part ways. Here. Kasi supposed to be financing ang discussion natin ngayon eh. But maybe by next week, kasama na natin si Albert. And although he is more of the residential mortgage, ang point kasi why we are inviting him is for us to know paano ba tayo, let's say if we're gonna access some funds from our house, ano ba yung pwede naming maging preparation just in case, okay? So, financing ito. Sabi ni Uncle, majority of the time when you're thinking about investing, one of the things that will gonna come up in your head is I think I'm not ready for it financially. It's too much. It's too big of an investment. I don't even have it. And I'm broke. I have no money for it. Sabi niya, here's the thing. There are a lot of creative ways for you to invest. As long as you are committed, you are courageous, and you have a very good attitude towards your goal. So, yun yung sinasabi ni Uncle na, no, all of us doesn't really have money. Come on, think about it. Kung titingnan nyo nga, ano ba tong pera natin? We work hard for it, but do you think that money is really yours? Because if you were gonna go over your personal net worth, yung sinasabi nila sa bangko na, can you just list your assets and then your liabilities and find out how much your net worth is? Majority of the time, if you're gonna do that, you'll ended up a negative net worth. Majority of the time. It's somehow common, especially for employees. Majority of the time, nasa negative net worth tayo. We buy a lot of things. We owe a lot pagdating we owe our house, although meron siyang equity, but we owe money. We have loans, we have line of credits, we have credit cards, we have so many things. So pagka financial advisor, meron tayong assessment with our financial advisor, Sister Ellen is one of them. She's one of the dito pagdating sa finance. Minsan, well, not minsan, but majority of the time negative net worth tayo, diba? So let's not focus on yung sasabihin, oh, we have money, oh, kasi they have money, that's why they can invest. No, think about your goals. If you have the goals and you have a positive mindset, there are a lot of creative ways to get funds towards investment. Tandaan niyo yan. If there's an opportunity, your mind, kaya very important, next time we're gonna discuss money mindset. Your mind will gonna tell you what to do in order to go get it. Yun yung napakaganda. And we experienced that a lot for many times. Kahit nung nandun pa kami sa Philippines, because we are in business as well, for many times when we see opportunities, nakikita namin where we can find some source in order to invest and take advantage of that opportunity. So don't think about, I don't have money, I don't have this and that, it's hard for me to invest. Don't think about those things, kasi when there's an opportunity, there is always a lot of creative ways in order to go get into that. go or get into that opportunity. Diba? So, with that, I think we cover yung ano na to, underwriting. I'll stop sharing. Again, kung meron kayong mga questions and you wanna brought out something sa next meeting, let me know. Kasi the more clarity you have moving forward dito, the better. And again, ang ano natin dito, I'm sharing this information for all of us to be aware. Magkaroon tayo ng awareness kasi opportunities like this exists. Ito kasi yung na-miss ko for many years here. I thought it never existed. I thought hindi pwede yun. Yun yung, if I only knew that it's possible at the very beginning, maybe naka-explore kami earlier than now. But everything has reasons, di ba? Everything has reasons. Madami tayong opportunities na pwede nating i-explore this time. Moving forward, it's not late. Ang importante, we already started. So,
Question, sis.
oh, question. All right.
Pasensya na, dahil ako kasi nandito ako ko na alaga yung pinatutulog ko. Kaya mahina yung boses ko. Ang tawag dito, can we invest in BC even if we're resident of Manitoba? Pwede. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So yung details nun, we have lawyers. One of the good things too, maybe we just, God prepared us for this. Meron tayong napakagaling na accountant. We have a very good lawyer to represent us. We have financial advisors around us. We have banks and lending institutions that are getting ready. Sabi nga nila, next time sa amin naman. O, di ba? And so, previously, on our buying experience, when we are buying our home, we are just begging. If you think about it, parang we're begging na, can you possibly lend us? Sasabihin sa'yo, you have to pay this credit card kasi your credit score is too low. You have to come up with this down payment. Tama ba? We're being scrutinized to the max para tayo magkaroon ng mortgage loan to buy our house. That is the normal process. Pag building ang binibili mo, it's a different story. Lenders, parang nanliligaw siya sa'yo. Like, can you send us bills when you get this property? Just send it to us. Or let's talk about this. Can we do the underwriting for you? Ang sarap. Ang sarap ng feeling. So, all of you are gonna experience that. We are the general partners on the first deal. Majority, maybe one of you or two of you, three of you, we're gonna be the general partners in our next deal. Why that you're gonna be the one dealing with the bank, sasabihin nila sa'yo na, okay, I'll give you this deal. And we can take a look at that. So, we can all be part of the next acquisition. So, slowly but surely, I know meron tayong guide at all times. Kaya, so grateful na all of these details, you won't believe how much papers are on my table right now. Look. Can you see?
Malabo.
I'm doing all the, okay, you can really see it, okay? But those are all papers. I'm working on some numbers and that's how you will gonna do it too. Like, tingnan nyo yung property na to, check on the numbers, find out which one will work or which one you think will not. You can come up with the information and then pwede nyo i-share yun sa atin during our sessions. Because all of us here can look for opportunity. We're not limiting ourselves na ako lang or siya lang or kung sino man lang ang makakapaghanap sa atin ng opportunity. You can find something that we can't find. So, magtutulungan tayo dito. Diba? So, okay. Overtime again. And so many things. Napaka-exciting nitong journey natin. Kaya I'm so happy that you are part of it.